Alright, I'm excited for this one. Let's not waste any time here. Let's just get right into it. Starting us off, number 10. So Amyville is a famous location for a real crime story that's made its way to the big screen. A lot of these movies are actually based off of true stories. On November 13th, 1974, the estate was the scene of a mass murder. Ronald J. Defoe murdered his parents and 4 siblings while they were asleep with a .35 Marlin rifle. The haunting this murder left behind spanned way beyond just the crime scene. It's made the town Amyville famous. Alright, number 9, we have this. Well, if you guys think the infamous Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie was just a movie, well, think again. Originally filmed in 1974, Leatherface might have been fictional for the flick, but the character was actually based on a real guy named Ed Gein, who brutally mutilated the bodies of women he would kill, and then he would wear their skin. Is this real life right now? Well, it's also known as Butcher of Plainfield, or the Plainfield Ghoul. At number 8, okay, it's so crazy that the amount of movies that have been made out of these gruesome crimes, and at number 8 here is no different. We're talking about the Zodiac Killer, who is one of the craziest murderers to ever exist. He used to taunt police departments by sending them letters and clothing of those he had killed in an effort to create mass fear and hysteria because he wanted the police to report his crimes. The creepiest part about this is that he's never been caught. I mean, it's 2020 here, and even with all the technology that we have, we still don't know who the Zodiac Killer is. But he could be one of ours, like great-grandparents. Alright, moving into number 7.
In all, he is suspected of murdering not just 1 or 2, but over 30 beautiful young women in 7 states. The name Ted Bundy becomes synonymous with serial killer.
This man needs no introduction. Zac Efron. No, I'm not saying Zac Efron is a murderer or anything like that, but he played one. Well, Zac Efron recently breathed life back into this old ghost story, but Ted Bundy's crime will forever go down in history, and if you look at what he did, you wouldn't be able to sleep for weeks. I mean, you wish that this was only a movie.
My chance to talk to the press.
Contrary to section 78204 Florida statute.
I'll plead not guilty right now.
And your grand jury is being...
Remember, let them know that I know that the cops knew who I was. After Richard Mallory died, I left prints everywhere, and they covered it up. And let me kill the rest of those guys that turned me into a serial killer. I know they did.
Eileen Walsh, so famous that Charlize Theron played her in the movie Monster. 7 men were murdered when she would kill them after they would solicit her for prostitution. She ended up getting the death penalty.
Been convicted of killing 7 men.
Everybody's looking at the number.
Does that not, you killed 7 men, 7 strangers, does that not make you a serial killer?
So I didn't kill them every day, did I? Did I go out there every day and say, I'm gonna kill? If I did, there would be hundreds.
Well, no, it took you 12 months.
And moving right along at number 5, the Black Dahlia is still one of the most famous and terrifying murders of American history. They also never found the murderer. I wonder if this story is where the idea of the Joker came from. John Benet Ramsey's murder is still unsolved to this day. A little pageant queen stolen out of her own home and was found dead there just hours later. This is so chilling because if you aren't safe in your own home, I mean, where the heck are you safe? If you're being pulled out of your own bed, it's absolutely terrifying. Coming in at number 3.
I came to Chicago with $40 in my pocket. My son is now 12. I'm still married and I love my wife dearly. I didn't believe in prohibiting people from getting the things they wanted. I thought prohibition was an unjust law, and I still do.
The famous Valentines Day Massacre depicted in this scene from a movie was actually based on a true crime, a famous mob story featuring Al Capone where he took out one of his rivals. Craziest part of the story is that the rival he planned the hit on wasn't there, and Al Capone never got brought to justice for this gruesome attack. Unlike most mobsters, Capone never took any credit for it either, but we all know that it was him. Our next up, from Capone to number 2.
You're mad. Quite mad.
Can anyone guess who this is? I'll give you guys a moment. Comment section below, guess who it is. She was famously murdered by one of the most famous murderers of all time. Anyone? Did you guys guess it? Bueller? Okay, well, let's roll another clip.
Married to a famous Hollywood director and about to have their first child. Until evil struck her down.
Okay, what about this guy?
On August 8th, 1969, he instructed his family of followers to kill everyone at the home of a record producer who once rejected him as a client.
Sharon Tate's gruesome murder was at the hands of the Manson family. While she was more than 8 months pregnant, had terrified Hollywood and the rest of America for decades. And finally topping this list in at number 1.
I'm the only one that deserves.
No, you don't deserve that.
Get hurt.
You do not deserve to get hurt. You do not deserve to get hurt. Don't do this.
All I did was love Nicole. That's all I did was love her.
This is the most famous slow-speed police chase of all time, and it was part of the most gruesome murders of all time as well. Well, it was by none only than a former pro football player that is very well known. Pretty sure this guy's a free man right now. We're talking about Mr. O.J. Simpson himself. O.J. was suspected of killing his wife and her boyfriend, but famously never got convicted. Well, this clip shows OJ's moment in court where he tried on the suspected glove from the murder scene, which did not fit him, and it sparked the, well, if the glove doesn't fit, you must be acquitted. Well, that line actually worked and it got him off. So yeah, we think that he went to jail or prison because of the murder. It wasn't because of that. Well, this one hit our number 1 because of how famous the case was. And little fact, he actually wrote a book years later about how he would have done it if he committed the crime. So I don't know if he's going over details that he actually did himself, or if he's going through on how he would do it if he never did the crime. Well, there you guys have it. This is the end of the video. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button. It really helps us out. I was your host, Landon Do Not Sing, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Well, if you think the infamous Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie was... Texas Chainsaw's happening right now. Guy Next Door's song, scary. What timing? I'm talking about Texas Chainsaw, and this guy's like, okay. Vornosa, Eileen Vornos, so famous that Charlize?
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
Theron. Oh, Theron. Do you know this?
Well, Theron. Charlize Theron. Oh, it's Theron.
Theron, okay. You're like Theron. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, sorry.
Charlize Theron. Eileen War. All right, let's do it. Oh, I'm sore. Ugh. Starting us off, number 10. Okay, then go number 9. So number 9 is gonna be first. Yeah. With the 35. Who brutally mutilated? Mutilated?
I think you meant mutilated.
Mutilated him. Eileen Vornos. John Bennett, John Benet, Ramses. Can you hear that? What the
Like,
you can, right?
I can't hear it.
Okay.
I think if I...